Hey, I'm Jamie East, and today's episode of The Smart 7 is sponsored by Vodafone Business in partnership with Samsung. If you're running a business, any kind of business, you're probably spending some time thinking about AI, what to do, how much to use it, and how to even get started. The answer could be in your pocket. The new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, powered by Vodafone Business's reliable, award-winning network, will help you unleash your productivity through brilliant built-in Galaxy AI. For example, Note Assist will automatically correct, fix the spelling, formatting and organise your meeting notes so you can stay tuned into the session without any worry. The range of applications for AI just seems to increase every week, with the Department of Education issuing new guidance that could see teachers using AI tools to mark exams and send routine letters to parents about things like head lice. Ooh. Getting back to the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, to take advantage of all the features and change the way you do business, you'll need a Samsung account and a network connection. To find out more, search Vodafone Business Samsung, and for network verification, go to vodafone.co.uk/network. On today's Smart 7, Trump ponders US attack on Iran's nuclear facilities, bad news for high-speed rail fans and much more. It's Thursday 19th of June, it's National Watch Day and happy birthday, Macklemore.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Israel and Iran continue to exchange missile attacks on Wednesday, with Iran launching 2 long-range ultra-heavy missiles, according to the IRG. There's been no more clarity about what the next stage in this war will be, with Israel keen for the US to get involved and deliver the bunker-buster bombs that it needs to breach Iran's heavily fortified nuclear facility. Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei wasn't giving any ground either, despite Donald Trump's threats to take him out and his tweeted call for unconditional surrender.
The Iranian nation will stand firmly against the war imposed on it, as it has done so far. It will also stand firmly against imposed peace.
It's unclear what Trump is planning to do. In theory, he would need congressional approval to launch strikes in Iran, but his administration hasn't been great at following the rules. The president was out on the White House lawn on Wednesday, supervising the erection of 2 new flagpoles and musing about what might happen next in a conflict that could have serious repercussions for world peace.
Nothing's finished until it's finished. You know, war is very complex. A lot of bad things can happen. I would say that we sure as hell made a lot of progress, and we'll see. The next week is going to be very big, maybe less than a week.
With Sir Keir Starmer on his way back from what turned out to be the G6 summit, Prime Minister's Question Time saw Deputy PM Angela Rayner step up. She faced off, not against Kemi Badenoch, but rather a last-minute replacement, Shadow Home Secretary Chris Philp. Philp was keen to wade in on his favourite topic, grooming gangs and immigrants.
We need to scrap the Human Rights Act for immigration matters so this sovereign parliament decides on the law our courts apply. But her party voted against that. So I have a simple question. Why did the government side with foreign criminals and not the British public?
The Shadow Home Secretary seizes every opportunity to mention the Tories' failed Rwanda scheme and its supposed power as a deterrent, but that wasn't impressing Angela Rayner, who had her facts and figures at the ready.
They had 14 years of failure on these issues. We've also included 4,500 foreign national offenders that have been deported since we came into office, Mr. Speaker. More than they did in the same period. I take no lectures from the Johnny-come-lately who couldn't do anything when he was in office.
There was fresh disappointment for fans of high-speed rail on Thursday as the government delivered bad news on the HS2 project. It's been nearly 16 years since work began on the concept of a high-speed train line to link Birmingham and London, but Transport Secretary Heidi Alexander says there's no prospect of the service hitting the revised 2033 deadline. The finger of blame appears to be pointing at the previous Tory governments, with new HS2 Chief Executive Mark Wilde delivering bleak news, saying that the project as it stands is unsustainable and warning that the government needs to come down hard on contractors. The Transport Secretary is determined that the work needs to be completed, and she says she's prepared to wait longer if it means the line is completed safely and as cheaply as possible.
We are not going to be a country that spends over £30 billion on rail infrastructure, but then never sees a train running on it. We also have significant capacity constraints between Birmingham and London, but I think those 2 great cities in our country deserve a railway that's fit for the 21st century.
Rescue workers continued to recover bodies from Russia's massive attack on Kyiv on Wednesday. At least 28 people were killed and over 100 injured when a missile struck an apartment block in the Ukrainian capital. There's been no sign of a breakthrough in peace talks, and Donald Trump doesn't appear to have made any attempt to apply pressure to Russian President Putin. In fact, Putin offered to mediate in the war between Iran and Israel on Wednesday with no apparent sense of irony. The European Union Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas addressed the Parliament on Wednesday, echoing the words of NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte.
We have to do more for Ukraine, for our own security too. If we don't help Ukraine further, we should all start learning Russian.
Still to come on today's Smart 7 in association with Metro, Man City chalk up an easy win and the Bear turns into the boss. Right after this. Hey, it's Jamie East here, and today's episode of the Smart 7 is sponsored by Vodafone Business in partnership with Samsung. When you're running your own business, pretty much anywhere can be your office. The spare room, the back garden, or, even the local cafe. And with the power of Vodafone Business's reliable award-winning network, combined with the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, there's no limit to what you can do pretty much anywhere. For example, if you're working and caffeinating at the same time, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra will allow you to seamlessly complete actions across a whole range of apps to find relevant information and send it where it needs to go. It can even summarise YouTube videos for you and save it to Samsung text notes. That's the power of AI in your pocket. The range of applications for AI just seems to increase every week, with the Department of Education issuing new guidance that could see teachers using AI tools to mark exams and send routine letters to parents about things like head lice. Ooh. And getting back to Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, to take advantage of all the features and change the way you do business, you'll need a Samsung account and a network connection. And if you're using the seamless action across apps, it's compatible with selected languages only. You'll also need a Google account login, and the availability of search functions may vary by country, language and device. To find out more, search Vodafone Business Samsung, and for network verification, go to vodafone.co.uk/network. Welcome back. Wednesday saw the Premier League release the fixture lists for the new season, presumably before they grabbed their passports and headed to the beach. The opening weekend highlight is probably Manchester United facing Arsenal, while Liverpool will host Bournemouth and newly promoted Leeds will welcome Everton. Manchester City will travel to Wolves for their first game, which won't be all that long after the Club World Cup ends. They played their first game in Miami on Wednesday evening against Moroccan side Wydad AC, and the defending club champions made it look easy in a 2-0 win. Pep Guardiola will be delighted that the first goal came within 2 minutes from Phil Foden, who sounded pleased to be back on the score sheet.
Yeah, very happy for the team to start the tournament with a win. It was difficult at times with the heat. We're not used to playing in it, so we had to keep the ball a little bit more, be more patient. Yeah, happy with the performance and happy with the 3 points.
The cast and crew of the new Jurassic World movie were out in force for the red carpet premiere in London. The new movie, which is called Jurassic World Rebirth, is the 7th film in the franchise and boasts an all-new cast including Jonathan Bailey, Mahershala Ali and Scarlett Johansson. It may make you feel old when you realise the first Jurassic Park movie was released in 1993. That is 32 years ago. Scarlett was sounding pretty excited to become part of such a long-running franchise.
I saw the first film when I was 10 in the theater, and it was like... It imprinted on me very deeply, and for the next 3 decades I was like, I would have done anything to be in a Jurassic movie in any capacity.
We're a week away from season 4 of The Bear landing on Disney+, but star Jeremy Allen White has been pretty busy with a new side hustle. He's going from the bear to the boss as he's wrapped filming on new Bruce Springsteen biopic Deliver Me From Nowhere. The Golden Globe and Emmy winner plays Bruce, with Jeremy Strong playing longtime manager John Landau and our own Stephen Graham playing Springsteen's dad. It tells the story behind Bruce's 6th album, Nebraska, and it's set in the early 1980s. It's due to hit cinemas in October.
Here's what I want you to understand. This is not about either one of us. This is not about the charts. This is about Bruce Springsteen. And these are the songs that he wants to work on right now.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
Ready to level up your everyday? Quince makes premium essentials without the premium price tag. From quality clothing and stylish accessories to travel staples and high-end home goods, Quince has it all. And by partnering directly with top artisans and ethical factories, Quince delivers high quality at half the cost of similar brands. Shop elevated essentials without the markup at Quince. Go to quince.com/levelup for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/levelup.